How do we become happy? How do we become completely content with ourselves? Do we change the way we look? Do we change the clothes we wear? Do we change the jobs or schools that we are at? Do we change maybe the way we think? It is the evolution of our mindsets that allows us to change, that allows our outlook on everything to completely change. But how does the evolution of our mindsets affect our behavior? Well, first let's understand what a mindset is. A mindset is our habit of perception of ourselves and the world around us. They are habits of our mind shaped by experiences. They shape our everyday lives and they create our shared world. Through the evolution of our mindsets, we can consciously create the world that we are living in. They are developed in complexity. The more our mindsets change, the deeper and wiser we can become, thus allowing us to change ourselves to step the forces and blind spots. Current neuroscience research shows that we have demonstrated strong brain plasticity, meaning that as our mindsets change, our neural connections become stronger, develop new ones, strengthen our old ones, and quicken the transmission of our impulses. It starts with our brains knowing that it has the potential to grow, and it starts with us knowing that we have the potential to become better. There are three forms of mindsets: fixed, growth, and benefit. A fixed mindset is the person who strives for perfection and avoids failure. They stick with what they know and they do not take any risks. They believe that their ability is a fixed trait. A growth mindset promotes growth and constant progression. A person with a growth mindset is constantly focused on improving themselves. And a third and final mindset is a benefit mindset. People with benefit mindsets are our leaders. They are constantly focused with their intentions and mindfulness of everybody else. It goes beyond doing the best they can for themselves. Everything is done out of benefit of society. Knowing which one you are, and more importantly, the one you want to be, is crucial to your growth. It is knowing who you want to be for yourself, others, and the world around you. The evolution of our mindsets is basically our calling for self-reflection and our need to develop our own mindsets, knowing that we can become better and make other people better and make the world better. So, our mindsets affect the world and what we do with it. How? Well, they are changing our perception of what is right and wrong. It's empowering and very exciting. They are shaping our leaders today and evolving their mindsets. However, there are still leaders who are not wanting to evolve with the times and are living in fear, despite America's need for equality. America is built on the foundation of slavery, sexism, and the acceptance that it is okay for another race or gender to be subordinate to the Caucasian American. However, as times have progressed, we have progressed from that. This is not to say that slavery and sexism do not exist in other countries, but this is simply saying that we have progressed from where we started. And that is through the evolving mindsets of our leaders that we have been able to elect our first African American president, more women in Congress, and other male-dominated fields. So, I'm sure some of you are thinking, why am I here talking about the evolution of mindsets for the past 5 minutes? Well, the evolution of mindsets has affected my life personally. You see, for those who know me well, know that I am an extreme perfectionist. I put way too much pressure on myself to be perfect all of the time. So, for example, I have this tendency to associate myself with my numbers, such as my grades, how many wins or losses I have, or how many friends I have or didn't have. For example, with my grades, let's say I got an 82 on something. I would tell myself, you are a B minus. You are mediocre, and no one likes mediocre. If I got a 93, I would tell myself, you are an A minus. You are mediocre, and no one likes mediocre. Even if I got an 100 on something, I would still tell myself, hey, remember that time you got an 85 on something? You are that 85, you are mediocre, and no one likes mediocre. It was this constant negativity and toxicity living within my brain that made me feel that I could never be worth anything. I felt worthless all of the time, and I felt that anything I did, nothing would be enough, or nothing would be satisfactory. So, for those who don't know, I am a junior at Oak Knoll, and your junior year is supposed to be your hardest year of high school. And within my first week of my junior year at Oakland, I realized this negativity and toxic thinking can no longer go on. I had to realize I would be applying to colleges and essentially competing against the entire world to be going to college. So how are these college admissions officers supposed to realize that I am worth going to their school if I didn't realize I was worth anything more than a number? I had to realize that I had the power to progress and become better, and that I was not just a number. So, once this came to my head, this completely changed my thinking. This is not to say that I'm no longer a perfectionist and that I have a new, perfect mindset. No. I am still a perfectionist, but I am not as bad as it was 2 days ago or even a year ago. And that's what happened. I realized how powerful it was that I'm able to change. I didn't have to be the person who I was 2 days ago, 2 years ago, or 2 months ago, and that I have the power to become better every single day. So now that you know how the evolution of mindsets affects my life, and how the evolution of mindsets affects America's story, I have a final question for you. Are you happy with yourself? If the answer is yes, congratulations. How can you become even better? If the answer is no, I think you know what you need to change. Thank you.